The dysfunctional family is of 5 types. If you have this type of family, you know someone has this type of family, they need help. Number 1, the substance abuse family. They are the family who take drugs. They are the family who are addicted to addictions, alcohol and so on. In fact, alcoholism is the number 1 or the first, one of the highest 5 top causes of domestic violence in the world. Drugs and intoxicants. So substance abuse family is dysfunctional family. The conflict-driven family. What's a conflict-driven family? They fight over everything. When you go into their house, all you hear is screams, shouting, blame, accusations. They slam their doors, for example. They fight over remote control, TV remote control. They fight over an iPad, a laptop, a piece of glass. This is a dysfunctional family, it's a high conflict family. What does a high conflict family breed? It breeds severe mental illnesses in children, and these children grow up not able to hold their own relationships. This is a study. This is great research done in this. Examples are bipolar disorders, borderline personality disorders, histrionic disorders. There are so many disorders that happen as a result of high conflict families. They cannot keep a job, they cannot keep a relationship, they're always paranoid, anxiety. The other family, dysfunctional family, is the violent family. Violent. You go to their house, all you hear are things being broken, shattered. You find holes in the walls, you find holes in the doors, there are bruises. There's always someone running away. Subhanallah. The violent family. That's a dysfunctional family. These children will grow up. These children, brothers and sisters, will run away and find their identity somewhere else. They will hate themselves and hate the day that they were born. That's how they are. And the other one is the authoritarian family. The family that thinks that the only way to function in a family is as if you've got an authority with only rules. No one, the authority rules, but there's no listening, there's no giving and taking, there's no conversing, there's no laughter, it's just rules. Authoritarian, it's only one-way direction. This is a dysfunctional family even in Islam. And lastly, the emotionally detached family. They're the family who don't have this emotional bond. You find, for example, the father's in the car, or the mother driving to school, driving somewhere. They hardly say a word to each other. If they do, it's all about rules and superficial things. And these types, the majority of the modern day families are, if you go to their houses, this is the emotionally detached family, you'll find mainly 2 types of scenarios, mainly. I'm not saying everybody, but mainly. Number 1, either it is a household where it's always study, 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 and school. They go to school, they come back from school, there's still school at home. Kids can't get any sleep, there's no fun, study, 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 night and day. School. So the parent is like a teacher all the time. Or it's a family of just entertainment, neglect. Always on their devices, there's nothing to do, mum and dad are on their phone, the other child's on the TV, or they're on their iPads, or they're on something night and day, just entertainment. Go on holidays, come back. Some of them have their argila and shisha in the house. You know what that is, right? Musalsalat after musalsalat, which is like series after series on TV. Sometimes we stay up till 2 a.m. and then we say we've got no time for our kids, we're tired. Brothers and sisters, this is a dysfunctional family. One of the ways to make a functional family is to try and get back to natural human behavior, and that is eat together. Eat together, it is a sunnah. When you eat together, you converse together and put your devices away. Rasul ﷺ said there is blessing in eating together, and it brings you closer. The only creatures who don't eat together and they eat alone are beasts and animals, like the wolves. Each one wants their own little, they snatch it away. The lions, they come and fight, they have to snatch it away. Nobody cares about anyone. And they consume each other, like Allah gives the example of the spider's family. There are species of spiders, when the female becomes pregnant, It's bigger than the male. It becomes pregnant, the male mates with it, then the female spider turns on the male and eats the male, eats her husband. Why? For nourishment. Then when the babies are born from the spider, the mother has to run away. Why? Because the babies gang on the mother and eat her for nourishment. Then the other little spiders have to disperse, because as they grow, it becomes like a survival mode. Each spider, when it gets hungry, it looks at its sibling and it wants to eat its sibling. So they disperse. That's why Allah says, وَإِنَّ أَوْهَنَ الْبُيُوتِ لَبَيْتُ الْعَنْكَبُوتِ لَوْ كَانُوا يَعْلَمُونَ. In Surah Al-Ankabut, the most dysfunctional and separated and divided family is the family of the spider. Because in the time of Prophet ﷺ, they used to observe this, they knew this about the spider family. It's a particular species that do it. And that's humans who do that, subhanAllah, they're like that. وَلَيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ.